Hello YouTube, my name's Emmett from Haven for Heroes. It's a comic shop and gaming shop and collectibles that I opened 2 years ago. This is our 2-year anniversary, October. The reason I started a comic store was when I was a teenager. I had lived in a bad neighborhood for a while, and my place of solitude was Mile High Comics in downtown Denver. I would go there and they would never kick me out, even though I had no money. They let me read all the comic books I wanted, and they talked to me like I was an adult. So I said if I ever had the ability to open a place where kids could feel that way, I would. So that's why we have Haven for Heroes here in Port Jervis. So we have a couple examples here of comic statues. These are from the early 90s. Swamp Thing and Sandman from the Bound Company. And then this is some of the new stuff. This is reproductions of the 1966 Batman television series. They're done by one of my favorite sculptors out there now, Jean St. Jean. He's doing incredible lifelike work, as you can see here on Egghead and on Fatusi. They are phenomenal. They come numbered to 3,000. I think they're going to be pretty sought after in the future. Jean St. Jean had worked with Todd McFarlane on a lot of his toy products, and now he's out on his own and has his own shop. You really should be looking out for him. He does a lot of other work. If you just Google him, you'll find him. He's on Facebook. He's also all over the internet with images. Really great sculptor. These have gone up quite a lot, the Bound statues, because they were numbered back in the 90s, and even though there was overproduction, these weren't really overproduced, and they're really sought after now. So if you see these at a reasonable price, snatch them up. So Bound statues made in the 90s is no longer available at stores except for a collector's shop like Haven for Heroes or many other near you. You can click the link above for a place to buy it and our website. Jean St. Jean's work, both for Diamond Select toys and statues like this, are available at every local comic book store. You just go down and order it. It also may be available on Amazon. It's also available through our website. Click here. Quick disclaimer. My nephew wrote this this comic. It was 9 issues from Image, and is now a trade paperback with all 9 issues in one book for $19.99. It's called Saints. Sean Lewis was the writer. He's also a playwright, Kennedy Center Award-winning twice over. And the artist is Ben Mackey, who's also known for Twin Peaks tarot cards, and you can find them easily on the internet. He has an interesting art style. It's kind of like the Russian icons, and a Baroque feel, which really fits this book, The Saints, really well. It's sold out in England and in Spain. It's done really well overseas. I think America just doesn't get the. There's a lot of religious undertones and overtones in it, and I think America doesn't really get it as much as Europe. But it's a great satire. It's where the saints come back, reincarnated in other people's bodies, who shouldn't be saints. Blaze is a roadie for a heavy metal band. He has to be around because Blaze is a saint of throats, and a band leader, the singer for the heavy metal band, keeps ruining his throat. So Blaze heals his throat on the road. He's a roadie for the heavy metal band, and in comes Saint Sebastian, who was killed, martyrdomed by being shot by arrows. So Sebastian can now draw arrows out of his body, magical arrows out of his body, and fire them from a bow. to defeat his foes. He brings together Blaze and Sebastian and Lucy. And Lucy is a stock girl at a local convenience store or grocery store who wears candles in her hair. The characters are excellent, the writing is excellent. It is his first attempt at a comic. There will be another one coming out in January. It will be The Few. Look for it. Saints comic is still available, all 9 issues, if you'd like to get it in that form. You can also get it in trade paperback. A link to Saints Facebook page is above. All the links to where you can purchase Saints, which is Barnes & Noble, any local comic book shop, Amazon, is below in the description. And I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. If you Google Saints and reviews, it's been reviewed by every top reviewer on YouTube. This is an excellent book. You got to go out and find it. Okay, so next time you're in a local comic book shop, look for the previews guide and the Marvel previews guide. They're not expensive, and it'll show you everything that comes out in the coming month in the comic world. Not only does it have comics, but toys, statues, attire. They're not expensive, and they're great fun to read. If you're really into comics, you can go through and look at every single description of every comic by every comic manufacturer that's done through Diamond. This is an excellent book, a reference to have. It comes out every month at the end of the month. And ask your comic book dealer for these. So in this month's preview guide, the new Pharaoh piece from the 1966 Batman series is coming out, limited to 3,000, sculpted by Jean St. Jean. Be sure you find that, go to your local comic shop, order it up, because again, there's only going to be 3,000 of them. But one of the larger independent comic companies, Boom Studios, is putting out, if you grew up in the 90s, Power Rangers. And coming out in December is number 10. It is a standalone issue, so it's a good jumping on point. You don't have to know what happened before, and it won't affect what happens afterwards. So it's a great comics pickup. It also has a special guest star artist, John Lynn, and this is one of my highly recommended books coming out in December. 5 recommendations for October 5th releases is going to be Archie Meets the Ramones. Got to go out and get that. Anybody who grew up watching the Ramones, it's going to be really goofy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go out and get that book. If you're in the Middletown area, I know that Main Street Comics has got a special cover you can only get there. I'm going to go out and get one of those. You should go out and get one of those. Also, there's Hench Girl 11 is out. That's a great book, especially for your teen daughters, but it's a good read for anybody. Then there's Batman number 8, one of the Monster Men parts, and of course Harley Quinn is out also next week. I forgot the deadline.